Hello televiewers, you are welcome to a time of fun, laughter and information on Chillen Crag. Put your worries away because in this part of entertainment town, all we do is chill and crack up. They say money makes the world go round, but we say fun and laughter make the world go round. Right after the break, we're taking it down. Our package for today is bursting at the seams with the heavy stuff we have put together for you on this show. We are going to be taking a throwback at a past event, and also we are going to be hitting the streets to get your views on some very interesting topics. And of course, we are going to be having a super interesting guest in the house. So don't you go anywhere, because if you want to find out, you need to stick around. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to be looking at our event for the day, and we're going to be taking a throwback at the Whispers premiere, which took place in 2013. We remember the director of the movie, Enajan Scott, and the movie was produced by Iyok Arthur. That movie was a blast, and the premiere was super, starring some of the finest actors and actresses you can get in the Cameroonian film industry. Talk about Jeff Epule and Chifo Valerie, talk about Arthur Iyok, talk about Solange Ojo. They were all the cream of the entertainment industry was at that show. Let's take a watch.
The reaction has been positive. People love the trailer.
Well, I must say there's a cross entertainment crew. I mean, these guys are doing a wonderful job. We already have beautiful images here, and it's like we have a cast of very beautiful actors and actresses with, top guys in the movie industry in Cameroon. Very talented actors and actresses. In fact, everything about the movie is good.
Whispers is a project that has been talked about so much on different avenues.
I think Whispers is one of those very promising movies done by very talented filmmakers and artists, and which is to show the potentials we as Cameroonians have in the showbiz industry.
I'm the still photographer for Whispers. So I did the still photos, like when they were shooting the film, I was taking still photos and I did online promotion. So I like the film.
Dr. Caps in the building, no shaking.
I was invited here as the guest artist. I'm gonna be performing my hit single, which is all over the place, Ibanga.
She's scarcely human, that's a huge world to do. And the loss of two souls will not be she must always make confined in these walls. And there is no argument. You have to do all you can to give her this. Not my blood. Don't never test it.
She said her name na Ibanga. Bayangi girl with the cutest smile. I like it. You didn't make my heart it caught, hang on.
Wow, thank you.
My brain na extra large, size XL. My intelligence too tight, Microsoft Excel. Energy day, I don't need reactor or XXL. Chai, the boy na die, I need for shot cast there. Ah, no even test me with bolo. Try me and I go pass ball for Yanzolo.
Wow.
Enjoy your life. You don't know how tomorrow go be.
Wow.
Come back from the dead. You left my heart here.
I can assure you that the Cameroon film industry, it's on the rail. Whether you like it or not, we are moving forward. And what we are doing this night, one of the things that is going to happen, after we will support our brother, the producer of this great movie, that I would advise everybody to go home with a copy, is that we are going to continue to stand by our industry.
Why would you do this to me? To Linus? Linus?
Just help us and you sit here with the first one just countenance.
Are you out of your senses? What are you doing?
Why would you think this is hard? Why? Answer me!
Shut up and please just listen to me. This problem is said you attended. You said you'd keep us safe.
Keep watching CMTV. I don't know what that's the program we are talking about here. Which one is it? Is it CMTV? Is it the Star Bilang or is it Chillen? Which one?
CMTV, you know what it is? This is Booyah for you. This is Fako. CMTV, you can get the best of entertainment. This is just where you have to be.
You should keep watching CMTV.
Keep watching CMTV.
Viewers, keep watching CMTV.
Good luck and more for us.
The premiere of Whispers was indeed an event full of style, glamour, and packed full with fun. I'm sure the directors, the producers, and the actors were very much satisfied with the turnout on that day. We are hoping that more events and more movies, just like this one, will be coming up soon. You are welcome back, guys. Now we're moving on to another very interesting part of the program. Like I told you at the beginning of the show, here we chill, we crack, and we get informed. So today we'll be meeting a top lady. She is tough. She is beautiful. She is smart, super smart. When I talk about smart, I know what I'm talking about. She's a film producer, she's a script writer, she's a film director, and she is an actor. Please join me with some joy and love to welcome the lovely Itambi Delphine. Girl, you are welcome to the show. Come on, air kisses. Mwah. Mwah. One more. Mwah. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
So
Oh, thank you, dear. I feel flattered. Okay, now, tell me about the hair.
Oh, this. Yeah, this is kind of my new identity.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to have very long hair and yeah. It used to be like a wig or something. Yeah. But at one time I felt like changing my look, being more African. So
So being African actually inspired you to choose this look?
Yeah, actually. And I think I was tired of all the products I put on my hair. I just needed to wash my hair whenever I feel like washing.
Just get into the shower and you're done with it. Wow, that is nice. So I have 3 things I really want to get from you today, aside from other things. Now, first, it's about your career path. I know that you studied chemistry in university, and now you are a film director, a producer, an actor. How did that change come about?
Lillian, what can I say? When you grow up in a family where novels have been read and passed from the oldest to the youngest, you have no choice but you get into literature. And to me, reading novels wasn't just about those words. It was about creating the images of the things I read. So I think that is where motion picture was born in my head. And they need to be able to tell stories, not only written, but visually. So yeah, I got interested in filmmaking way back, even before I knew. Wow. So it's a path that I never thought I would pursue, because my parents, they kind of wanted me to be a doctor. So
I know.
Or pharmacologist or something. So I had to study pharmacology, but when I got into the university and I was doing chemistry at the time, I found myself in the midst of so many other people that shared my dream. So with this, I think film production was born, because I started writing short films, like, you know, in self-production. And then the whole concept of producing my own film started second year in the university, where I did the first film. So it was a very slow but sure step that I took to change my fate, and here we are today.
Wow. I must say you've come a long way then.
Oh, thank you.
That's great. Okay, now, your first, let me call it baby, in the film industry was putting up your production house, Elegant Sisters. Now, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Elegant Sisters was born in 2008, before I produced The Woman's World. The whole idea was to get a production company that, in the long run, will be able to train female filmmakers, more ladies behind the camera, because I think that's where I'm more comfortable. As of now, that vision has not really come to pass, as we're still trying to fully establish Elegant Sisters, but we're hoping in the nearest future that's going to be very feasible, as that is the main objective.
Wow, that is great. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. Here you have a glass of juice. I don't want my guests getting all parched.
Thank you. I need this just the right time.
Cheers to that.
Oh, cheers.
Ah, nice.
So refreshing.
Okay, now let's get a little bit away from all your work. I've noticed that you have a particular sense of style. Your dressing style, it's so different from the usual girly. You know what I'm talking about. So tell me just a tit about that.
Style. Well, I believe in one thing. I believe in being comfortable. So I'm not going to wear a 6-inch heel on a day that I have so much to do. I believe in wearing something that is smart, attractive, yet comfortable. Because I believe that life is all about comfort, and you should be able to love yourself to wear what you're comfortable with, and it's about you. It's not what people think.
Sure thing, girl.
I remember there was a time my friends used to think, I was like a tomboy or something. I used to be so much in this jean and t-shirt and, you know, sneakers and backpack kind of thing, you know, like when you're really hustling. I used to do that. And yes. So when you get to keep low hair like I do, I'm not so much of a makeup person. I don't do so much of makeup, but when you get to keep low hair like I do, you have to pop your face a little bit.
Yeah.
So I get to learn all these things with time and try not to be a little girl passing on the road and everybody's like, hey, how are you doing?
Yes. And I must say, you look so good. Your makeup is flawless, girl.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Okay, now back to business. Your first movie, A Woman's World. That movie, I watched the movie, and when I got to follow the story, it was so touching. The core of the movie is so deep. Was that from an experience you had or from a family member's experience or a friend? How did the story come up?
Oh, I think I had become what you call the people's filmmaker without knowing way back, although that's something I'm trying to rebrand myself for now. I believe in telling stories that people can watch and learn, and it can impact their lives. So I believe in telling my neighbor's story, my friend's story, anybody's story that I think is educative. Yeah. So I wouldn't tell it without asking them though. It's not like I'm going to be violating their rights, but I get to get all these stories, and when you feel that story that you think people are going to connect to, you know it, and all you want to do is bring it up. You bring it onto the screen and let people watch it. So,
okay, now, is there a dark side to Delphine?
Oh, define dark side.
Dark side as in sinister, scary side.
Oh, that depends. That depends.
Well, let me cut you short. Why I ask that? When I look at your movie House of Triplets and your present project that is somehow underway, I guess, Coffee for the Dead, I see a lot of sinister characters, the woo kind of thing. So, I mean, to write those kind of deep scripts, I believe there should be a dark side to you. Is that the case?
Yes, I have my dark side.
Very dark.
Not that dark. Not scary. Not that scary. As a filmmaker, first you need to have your identity. Sure. And I'm not caught up in the whole beautiful, glaring glamour. Yeah. I'm not that kind of filmmaker. If I want to tell a glamour story, there has to be a dark side to the glamour. Yeah. So I screen more of emotions rather than actions and words. So, because I believe the world is driven by emotions. And every day that you live, every hour that you spend, you are experiencing one of those emotions. And the shift with the seconds. So what better way to tell the reality than telling it in a movie? Yeah. Take your normal a day. You might transit through over 10 emotions without actually realizing that. There'll be moments where you feel depressed, even just for 5 seconds. And then later there is laughter. And then later there is insecure. You have all that. Yeah. So I try to... Filmmaking is not about reality 100%, but I try to get close to the reality.
Okay. Wow. That's very interesting. We know where the dark side is coming from now. Okay. And your movie you did, Ibemsi. Yeah. I don't know if I'm calling it right, but Ibemsi. Yeah. Okay. What does Ibemsi stand for?
Oh, Ibemsi means, like praise God. It's like, Ibemsi is, it's more of a spiritual thing. Okay. The movie Ibemsi is psychological, it's political, it is all those angles that you can think about, told in 17 minutes. It's a story about happiness, but contradictory. Like, what is happiness? Yeah. Definition of happiness. Each and every one, we have a definition of what happiness is all about. But through the sweetheart, sometimes you have all what it takes to be happy, but you choose not to be because you're pursuing a certain goal which you think is going to give you happiness, but that's not it. So that is Ibemsi.
Okay. Wow. All right. Let's talk about your travels. I know that you travel a lot.
A lot? I don't know.
You don't know if you travel a lot. Well, maybe by my standards, she travels a lot. Okay, let's talk about your travels. You have been to several countries. And how has your experience been trying to put the Cameroon film industry and other film industries in those countries that you have visited, putting them side by side? What has been your experience?
I will think I was, the last time I was in South Africa, I think I was blown away. Let's forget about South Africa. Let's talk about Nigeria. Yeah. Okay. I was blown away. We see what they do, yes, but I think there was a certain time that we felt the Nigerians, they just do what they want to do for the money. Yeah. But the way they have advanced in cinema, it's beyond our imagination. Yeah. Maybe you have to find yourself there to actually see that. But on the other hand, Cameroon is fast growing, the Cameroon film industry. For the past 5 years, they have not only done more projects, but they have done better quality projects, which can compete with projects in any part of Africa and the world. We have projects like Nina's Dowry, we have Eka's Bele, which she did. We have Alma, which is going worldwide in festivals. We have other great films that are taking awards out there, and that is to tell us that that gap is not as wide as we think. The gap is so narrow that if only we can concentrate, pay more attention, we can be there in less than we think. But on the other hand, the travels have made me understand that you don't just do film because you want to do film, which I think is the greatest problem filmmakers in Cameroon have. Yeah. You don't just do a project and 3 months later you move to the next project. What happened to the last project you did? Exactly. How well have you exploited the market for that project? It's all about continuity, and we need money for continuity. I don't think we are super rich. Even in Hollywood, they want money when they do their films. Yeah. That we can just spend 6 million, do a movie, and we move on to the next film, find another investor, probably not paying the other one that we took money from to do that film, and then we get another one to do another film. Is it for fun? Is it for the arts? Is it just for the business? We have to define others. And I know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, wow. That's some really deep insight into all that film thing. You guys, filmmakers, you know what she's talking about. Yeah, okay, particularly, I want to know a little bit more, and I think your fans will also want to know a little bit more about how your time at the New York Film Academy went. How was that?
NIFA. NIFA has been the greatest experience I've had. Working with other people from everywhere in the world and tutors from Hollywood coming and giving you their CV. You can't even finish reading it. And you see the whole lot they've worked on, great projects, and they're there and they're mentoring you. It's just wow. And to have spent that moment there, I think it kind of made me rethink what kind of filmmaker I wanted to be. And for a long time, people wonder, they've come to wonder, like, what the hell is Delphine up to? You know, she's not shooting. Why is she not doing a film? Like, I need something. I need to connect to something. And it's not just that connection I need. I need a clear path that I can see to do a project. I wouldn't just do a project like I used to do in 2008 or later House of Triplet in 2010 because I want to do a feature film. 3 million and you're ready to go. No, I don't want to be a filmmaker who keeps doing no budget films. I want to do budget films.
Oh, I am feeling this girl. I'm feeling this girl. Yes.
People may disapprove that, okay, you keep going as a filmmaker, but yes, you can keep going as a writer. I'm a writer. I can keep going for the next 2-3 years just writing. I owe nobody an explanation why I don't go on set. But definitely you don't know what a filmmaker at any given time is working on. Yes, it could be a couple of projects. It could just be sitting and creating that project which they think it's worth it. And sometimes you have the project ready, but you just want to do it right. There's no perfect film, no doubt. Yeah. But you can always eliminate the collateral.
Yes, and make something a little bit more perfect.
A little bit more perfect by planning well and doing it right. So it's not about the public.
Mhm.
I don't do films for the public. I could go on for the next 10 years. I don't do films.
Yeah.
I have a family. I have other things I can do.
Yeah.
But I want to do this for me and the audience who will be watching that next project which I'll be doing.
Wow.
So, to me, that's what it's all about.
Oh, I'm feeling this filmmaker. I'm feeling her. Girl, you are top. Okay, now, I got you saying some big numbers to the tune of millions. How do you finance your projects?
Honestly, Lillian, most of my projects, I mean, the first 2 films were actually financed by family. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't have finished this interview without talking about them. Yeah. Call me a mommy's daughter, I don't care, but yeah. I hold them dear here.
Oh, that's sweet.
It has always been very difficult getting investors, like you know, and especially way back when so many things were messed up for us. But I think one way or the other, they trusted me, trusted my vision, and wanted my happiness. So whatever little thing they could put in to make this dream come true, they did not hesitate to do that. And I saved a whole lot of my pocket allowance when I was in the university to do my first film.
We ate all of our allowances when we were in... I never kept a dime.
It's a path you will not imagine.
Yes.
I needed to do that for my family to see how determined I was to pursue what I wanted. So for months, I saved my allowance. Sometimes I would go without gas to cook. But it was okay because eventually, when I did the film, it was worth my mom's approval. Like, okay, now when you have your degree, you can do what you want. I think, yeah, pretty much. But I've come to meet some people who now begin to share my vision, put it that way. Yes, so IBMC was actually financed by what I would say friend. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't an investor. No, it was just somebody who said, "Hey, I see your dream. Passion, okay, take something, a package. I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but if this is only gonna help you to pay transport and look for other investors." But then I thought, if I have this and I have to take it and use to get other investors, paying transport and all that, what if I don't get an investor? Why not just use this little to tell a story? Yeah. So that is how I got to do IBMC with whatever little support I was given. Wow. And hopefully now working more professionally with business plans and all that. That's why I say I need big budget. And now a big budget has to come from real investors, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm just hoping. Yeah.
Okay. Now, with all that money invested into film, does filmmaking, because I know that you do filmmaking solely, exclusively filmmaking, nothing aside. We know there are some other filmmakers who just dangle between jobs. Today I'm doing film, tomorrow I'm doing some other job, but you do film solely. Now, does film pay the bills?
At the moment, no. Let me be honest. It doesn't, not right now. That is all I do. Funny, how do I live? How do I pay my bills? Airtime, you know, and all that. But thanks to family, I have a very loving family. And they don't mind taking care of me until I can get my feet on the ground. Yeah. So I would say thanks to them. Wow. Yes. Wow.
Delphine's family, please adopt me. You have a precious family. That's so sweet. Now, all that serious talk, let's deviate a bit. Okay. Have you ever thought about doing any other thing apart from film?
Oh.
Maybe growing up?
Yeah. Honestly, when I was growing up, what I wanted to be was a doctor. And then that shifted, and then my mom was mad, but she got to understand later. But right now, I watch a lot of series, pardon me, but I got to watch Grey's Anatomy, and when I watched it, I thought, oh God, I should have been a doctor. And then I got to watch Suits, and then I said, hell no, I should be a lawyer. So sometimes I watch this film, House of Lies, and I said I should have been a marketing consultant. So I just get all entangled in these films that I watch, that they do them so well that you think, oh God, is this job this good? But at the end of the day, I think if there is one thing I would have loved to be out of filmmaking, it would still be in the entertainment industry. Okay. I have some interest in decor, house decor. Wow. I have some interest in designing. I think I would just play around that, entertainment, something, you know, decor, designing, or whatever it could be. But without film, girl, I'm dead. Yeah. I don't know how I can do any other thing if I'm not doing film. I totally don't see it. At one time, my mom was like, hell no. If you don't want to be a doctor, you could be a teacher. I said, ENS? She said, yeah. I said, no. no, because that, I think, is the worst. I haven't even watched a movie about teachers. Yeah. Maybe when I watch a movie, a series about teachers, well told, like the others, lawyer, doctor, I might fall in love with that. Yeah.
But you know, the beautiful thing about filmmaking is that you can be anything you want at any time. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Okay, but you know what? You have a stunning body. Didn't you ever think of modeling?
Yeah,
the poses.
Because yes,
you have some great poses.
Oh,
on
thank
Facebook.
thank you. That's just something I do when I'm doing nothing. I like to each day dress beautiful and make pictures of myself and feel good about myself.
Good.
And why not share that moment with whoever I can share with? And whoever doesn't want to see them can always just scroll down.
Of course.
So at the end of the day, no, it's, I don't have the height to start. I don't have the height to be a model.
You're not bad, girl. You're not bad.
I don't know. But I don't envy models, you know, like the 6-inch thing that I told you. You could see me sometimes wear some shoes in some pictures, and those shoes have been in my box for like the past 8 months. Now, I bet you. And I just take them out to wear and make my picture. And then I put it back. Because not every shoe suits a particular occasion. You need the right occasion to wear something. Until that occasion comes, you can't wear them. So I just like making pictures of myself and flaunting them on Facebook.
Okay. Wow. Can you give us one of those poses?
Oh.
Did I do that?
Oh, I think you got it. I think you got it.
Okay. Well, I'm having fun, and I know you're having fun too. Okay, let's get on.
Okay.
What are your other interests apart from filmmaking?
Oh, you know what? I love family.
Okay.
I think that's apart from filmmaking, that's the next thing that is very close to my heart.
Yeah.
I grew up in a very close family, so much love and all that. Wow. And it's the one thing that I look forward to someday. The fact that I'm doing what I'm doing, I don't think that I would ever give up family because of film. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen. So family to me always comes first. Not even film, I'm sorry. Not film, so it always comes first. So someday, that's an interest. Someday I'm looking forward to having that. Okay. Yes. Wow. To having that to add on top of what I have. Like my family now, you know what I mean, the other family that I'm going to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talking. I like that you brought that up.
Yes.
Talking about the other family. Tell us a
Someday.
bit about love. Is there anything lingering? Is there love in the air anywhere around?
Love. I used to say I've had my heart shattered so many times that the pieces have gone everywhere, and I'm looking for some pieces. I'm not seeing to feedback. It's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy. And because they say when your heart is shattered, pick the pieces, move on. And then what if you don't find all the pieces? It's tricky. It becomes very tricky.
It becomes tricky.
Yeah, but like my sister always says too, when you fall in love and your heart is broken, you get up and you love harder. That's a principle I hold, and
that's so deep.
Yeah, so love is the one thing that is sure.
Yeah.
It could always be around there, and it makes your career better.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. If there is anything that you could redo and do better, what would that be?
Let me see. That will be, that's very tricky. Maybe that will be the way I started as a filmmaker.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do that better, because when I started, I didn't see it was so much about the arts. I didn't take time to study and understand the business part of it, because I think if I did at that time, I would have been somewhere else better, because then I would have been doing films, but then I would have been understanding exactly that I needed continuity while doing film. So I think that should be it. But on the other hand as well, I think it was a good experience, because then you're just crazy about the art, and then there comes a time you're like, hey, now what about the business? So you try to blend the two and make it better. But I think mostly I don't have any regrets. I love experiences, I love adventures, and when you get on something, you do something, and be it good, be it bad, you learn from it and you move on. So I try not to be the kind of person that will look back and say, oh, I should have done this. No, I just think of what I wish to do in the future.
Okay, that was really, really deep, and I think I'm learning so much from you, and our viewers are actually picking up some bits and pieces that are adding some value to their lives. Okay, now we stretch away from that. Let's talk about the future. What are your plans concerning film, of course, for the future?
Ooh, the future. When I look at it, all I see is cameras, light equipment, dollies, cranes. I see a picture that it scares me sometimes. What I imagine, what I imagine I would have, because I have one say, patience is a tool that not everybody has, and that I pride myself in. As a very patient filmmaker, from the moment I got into film, there are so many shortcuts you could take and make it, but the ultimate satisfaction is gained when you make it through the right path. And when that moment comes, nobody can take it away from you, because you have learned through the experiences, you have fallen, gotten up, picked up the pieces, and you understand the shit. You understand, I mean, is this language permitted here?
Go on, girl.
You understand everything that is happening, and you hold on. You understand this shit, and you hold on to it. You know.
Girl.
So, to me, the future is all about film, and how that's going to happen is how you've been planning from the beginning. It is ultimately your idea about filmmaking. The taste you have as a filmmaker. What kind of films do you want to do? What do you think is going to be your identity? Once you create that, you can walk through that path. So I'm thinking of engaging in Facebook the other day. Share your story with me, and we can get it to the screen. And that's something that I wish to start, an opportunity where people can, in quotes, call myself the people's filmmaker. That is crazy. Crazy in the sense that I want to reach out to the people, let them tell me their stories. Let them be able to tell their stories, and if possible, those stories can get on screen for other people to watch. But these stories have to be stories that are educative and can inform and entertain at the same time. It's not stories that people are shooting guns for no good reason. It's stories that people can learn from. So it's something that I'm working on. On the other hand, why not start a well-equipped professional studio, which is my main drive right now. Yeah. To be able to do movies, you can't, we've been playing it the hard way, you know, go rent equipment, do this and hand them over. Yeah. But I think to start properly, you need to start your production company from whatever level you can, even if you have to start with 1, 2, 3 cameras, whatever you have.
You have to start.
So you have to start from somewhere. So I'm actually working on that, and I hope I can actually stabilize with that, and then the Elegant Sisters production should be involved in feature films, TV series, documentaries. I'm not exempting that, because I think documentaries are very educative, and yeah, a couple of those stuffs. And who knows, someday I might just have that dream come true.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, someday.
Dream is going to come true. If the dream is alive, it's definitely going to come true. We are keeping our hands crossed for you, girl. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that was some really, really deep talk we had there. And I must say that you are a little but big package of knowledge.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, girl. Yes. Okay, now, before you go, I won't let you go without this little thing. Our cameras went out to the streets, and we were talking to the people, and we're asking them these very interesting questions. So I'm going to ask you the same question that we asked.
Okay.
Believe me, we had some really interesting answers. So, if you were to be a professional wrestler, what would be your professional name? What name would you choose?
Ooh, wrestler. God. Of all the things that I could be?
Yeah.
I would choose what name? Hell no. I would choose Dimbo.
What is Dimbo?
I would choose Dimbo. I love the name Dimbo. I mean, like, it's like, here she is, Dimbo, Dimbo, you know? Yeah, you know, like Dimbo, Dimbo. I'm sorry. Yeah, that would be my name.
You heard Dimbo.
Yeah, I will be Dimbo. Go, Dimbo.
Go, Dimbo, yeah. You are funny. Apart from being beautiful and intelligent, you are one funny girl.
So are you.
Okay, now we are going to play a game.
Okay.
And this game is called Random Words. Now, random words, we are going to be calling words starting with the letter J.
Okay.
I love you, girl. But this... I cannot kill you. Yes. The game, like I said, is called Random Words. Okay. We're going to be calling words with the letter, starting with the letter J. Oh. So if you miss a word, I'll have to take a piece of the scotch and tape it on any part, in any pattern on your face. And if I miss a word, you do same for me.
All right.
Okay, girl?
All
Is
right.
that all right?
It's okay.
Okay. Let's roll. Who takes the first turn?
Oh, you do?
I do. Yep. Oh, I'm honored. I get the easier word first. Okay. Jar.
Jumpy? Okay. The J word is not that easy, girl. It's not that easy.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
A name's
No names. No names. Okay. Okay, me now. Jog.
Jury.
Jerk.
Jackass.
Jean. Come here, girl.
Okay.
Guys, I was waiting for this.
I know.
Okay. I love this girl. I love her.
No, she hates me.
You know, you need a little design.
My mouth?
No. Just, okay.
Guys, this is not fair.
Okay, the last round. Let's make sure this is sticking really right because we don't want it coming off. She looks beautiful. Okay, next you go.
Jeep. Give me the tape. Where is it?
Joko.
No, it's too late. It's too late, though. It's too late.
Oh God.
It's too late. That mouth of yours.
Not again.
That mouth of yours cannot bring out the words. Cannot bring out the words. Yeah, she couldn't speak.
Okay, guys. That was it for this segment. We'll be right back. You're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I told you, we can't go through this show without giving you out there a chance to join us in all the fun we are having in here at the studio. That is why we are taking our cameras right now, and coming out to you on the streets. And we are going to be asking you this question. If you were a professional wrestler, what name would you choose to be called? Let's get to the streets right now and get your points.
You give yourself a nickname as a wrestler, you give a name to it.
Well, as a man, if I really like the wrestling, no matter you be a title person, so the name would be like Hitler.
Hitler? Yes. If you give a be wrestler today, you like me, they call you now which name?
Good
afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear.
So, can you please tell us your name, and if you were to be a professional wrestler today, which name would you like people to call you?
I would like to call me the Bedman.
The Bedman?
The Bedman. The Bedman.
Bedman.
Yeah.
I would like me, they call me Mukenge.
Mukenge?
Yes.
Only the name, it means what?
It means unshakable. You also bet you do miracle things.
Wait, it means as you enter, no man name shake you.
I'm unshakable. Hey. No man nothing ever put my back on. Now me, I will put all money back
down. Me they call me Hogan.
Hogan.
Hogan. Hogan, that is man we get the giant.
Wait, me like saying that giant.
Giant that. We ever carry man and nagi. Nobody carry put them up.
You know, we come again.
Maybe we come again.
My name I would like me to come in and Only
the name, I don't know the meaning, but
it means a powerful woman.
Eh? Well, means as you enter, so you just scatter all the other women.
Oh man. Oh man, put any money back for that. I would like so when I pass me, they call me say Voma.
Voma?
Yeah, everybody know the meaning of Voma. You know what you mean at the mean.
Voma? The way they talk the name, they like say when you enter, you just scatter place.
Wait till they talk. Voma, Voma, that's for English, for not be for English, for like we Bali. Voma that's on Juju. When did he come? No dog no fit stand up Voma.
Wow!
Yes. Yeah, when we say whether they enter feed as a Voma,
people they will just disappear.
I don't win. We are nobody fight the fight.
Well, as an African man, I would like for me to call me a name for my village. And that name na Kokula.
Kokula way means what?
It means a tree where he never die, but he lives daily command, then he grow back. He lives command, he grow back.
You call me Jenengum.
Jenengum?
Yes.
Gum means what? Power. Power.
Yes,
any man way enter inside, you don't take it big down.
You are welcome back, guys. That was some interesting part of the show we had there right now. We had some very interesting answers from you guys, and I tell you, if you were to be a professional wrestler, your name only would get you very far. Okay, and we were talking to filmmaker, producer, script writer, and actor Delphine Itambi, and we had a swell time, didn't we, girl?
We did.
Oh, yes, we did. We hope in the midst of all the cracking up, you picked up one or two things that are going to benefit you for the better, of course. Well, girl, you know, it's a tradition. We can't have you honor us with this wonderful, wonderful visit and let you go without giving you a little something.
Oh,
yeah.
Lucky.
It's not big, but my producer, I'll call on him to get me the package. Thank you.
Oh.
We've got this little package for you, and it's from the Chillen team.
This is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's nothing much, but it's loaded with love that is bursting out of this bag.
Love, baby.
Yes, dear.
Thank
So
you so
that is
much.
for you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was such a pleasure having you here.
I had a great time.
I hope that you'll come around again.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, because it's long I had such good laughs. Yes. I wish every day was like this.
Yes, sweetheart.
Yeah. We'll be hoping to have you sometime again.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best in whatever your dreams are.
I can only wish Chillen a great future.
Oh, thank you, girl. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope it was a fun ride for each and every one of you. And we are hoping that you are going to be glued on for our subsequent editions of Chill and Crack. If we left out anything today, be sure that we are perfecting it and making it better for you next time. See you on our next ride. Until then, keep smiling, keep laughing, keep chilling and cracking.
Hey, call me Delphine Itambi, a writer, producer, an actor, and a director. Keep watching Chill and Crack.